What is up, guys? It is your girl, the one who started it all, here with another segment of Wild Heart Chroniclers. So, you've all heard of these hit video games. You all heard of Outlast. You've all heard of the Resident Evil franchise. Call me crazy, call me sick in the head, but there is a method to my madness. Now, I have played these games before. I've played Outlast. I have played Resident Evil. And, yes, I understand fully these two stories are completely different. They do not coincide together. They are of different gaming companies. Resident Evil is of Capcom, and Outlast is of Red Barrels, which is an independent video game company. And the thing of it is, I can't help but feel like there is some form of connection between them. Now, like I said before, I know I just contradicted myself and it sounded like it. Yes, I know they do not coincide together, meaning that they do not come from the same universe. They don't. I will come out and say that. Yes, they do not come from the same universe. They do, however, have some very strong similarities, in my opinion. And those similarities are that these entities, these deities, whatever you want to call it, do have some viral properties. And the thing of it is, a virus is very real in our reality. A virus is a microorganism that cannot live on its own, that it must have a host of healthy cells so that it can attach itself, render those eat those healthy cells, and render the host useless to a point where it can no longer live from that host, that it must go to another host, and call it a symbiotic organism relationship, however you may call it, but that's what it is. And Resident Evil, it deals with a virus, a mold. You have the G virus strain and you have the T virus strain. And those viruses have caused people to turn into mindless zombies and wreak havoc on humanity. In Outlast, on the other hand, it's a lot more complicated than just a virus that is turning people into dead zombies and killing people. In Outlast, they have a deity or an antagonist, or however you want to call it, called the Whale Rider, which has a German origin of an Alp. And the thing about these Alps are that they is a boogeyman. So the Whale Rider, much like the virus in Resident Evil, it needs a host. It needs a host to survive, and the only thing it's compatible to is a human host, in which the morphic genic engine, I believe it's called, is what they put the patients of the asylum of Mount Massive Asylum, and they go through this test to see if they are the true host of the Whale Rider, for the Whale Rider cannot survive on its own. They go through tests of lucid dreamings and so forth to see if they can control the Whale Rider. Unfortunately, Billy Hope was the perfect host and was able to control it. And with that comes mass hysteria and chaos. These experiences have rendered the patients that were already with some form of mental illness and brought it up to something way worse tenfold. It is crazy and very sad because, well, there was no morality and these people just wanted money and so forth for the sake of the cause, for the sake of the experiment. So, unfortunately, that's what happened. Yes, I am fully aware that there is absolutely no, no connection towards these guys whatsoever. Unfortunately, you gotta wonder, if these were to coincide with this world, how would it go about it? I mean, the Wall Rider, if it was in the world of the Resident Evil world, they would not be able to contend with this Wall Rider. Basically, the only thing is, it would be like the movie Resident Evil Damnation, the CGI film of Buddy, who was somewhat of the anti-hero. he was able to control the lickers, but unfortunately that virus that he had inside him was turning him into the infected, was turning him into a bad sign. So I don't know. I mean, it kind of gives you an idea, like, yeah, there's somewhat of a connection, but not enough to go like, yeah, this is in fact part of this world. No, it's not. But it makes you wonder. It makes you think. Yeah, you know, one was more of Umbrella Corporation, and the other one was more of Markov Company. So I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, if you played these games before, Outlast, yeah, is a lot more fucked up than Resident Evil. Resident Evil has more of a story towards it, and it is true. It does have a story. It does have a more human kind of factor to it. Outlast is just very exaggerated, and unfortunately, it's stuff that is happening, but this is more of an exaggerated level. But it's still good stories, good games, and that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. The only thing that seems somewhat of connection to these two very different games of these two very different companies is that both of these entities are a viral character, have viral attributes, viral characteristics, excuse me. And that's just my opinion. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I know a lot of people are going to be coming after me for it. That's fine, you know, to each their own. I just think it's a funny sort of connection to think about, wow, both of these games, the only thing that will connect these two are the stuff that they're facing off viruses, you know? And so that's just me. But what can you do? What can I say? It is what it is. This is how I feel, and yeah. It's one of those things where you just have to deal with it. So it's my opinion. If y'all don't like it, that's fine. Y'all can just suck on a lemon because y'all suck anyways. So that's my opinion. That's what I think. And that's what I do. Yes, I am aware. Like I said, there's no correlation to these two games whatsoever. That's just me. So take care of yourselves out there. Watch yourselves and be safe out there. All right. Bye.